Hello and welcome to another Website Depot podcast. As ever, I'm your host, Greg Benevent. Today I have a very special guest, Lior Zaken of Printing Matters. If you haven't heard about Printing Matters, this is the best place to go printing in Burbank and probably essentially anywhere else. I give you an entire rundown of all the different services that they offer for printing at their store. But frankly, there's almost too many of them for me to count. I tried to do it very quickly and I stopped at 3 dozen. There are business cards, mailers, just essentially anything you could want printed. They can do it at a very high level and frankly, for not all that much money using some of the best technology. And well, that's enough about me going on it. Let's bring on the man himself today. Hello, Lior. How you doing today?
Good, Greg. How are you? Thank you.
I'm doing good. Thank you. Thank you for being here. So I've talked it up a bit here, but let's hear from the man himself. If you could tell us just a bit about the company, how long you've been around, how everything works, that'd be great.
Sure. We opened Printing Matters in 2010. So we're 12 years in the business. We are local store in Burbank. We used to be downtown Burbank, California, and then we moved 6 years ago to a bigger and nicer location with parking spots and everything to make it easier for our customers to come in when they need and not having problem of parking, which is our, I think, LA biggest problem. So we have that for you. We open it as a small, local print shop, and then the year we grew up and start adding more machines, more equipment, more employees to basically manage and be able to do a lot of stuff that other small and local print shop don't do.
No, I'm so glad you touched on that. I mean, talking about the machines and the things that you offer that other print shops don't do. If you could just take us through some of that. I mean, I think most people know that, like, hey, you can get business cards printed, or you can get flyers or posters or that kind of thing. If you could talk about some of the other stuff that folks might not know that, hey, they could get printed at Printing Matters.
Right. So first of all, the machine, what it led us to do, a lot of the equipment, there is you know how normally you go and you need business cards and you said, okay, it's going to take 4 or 5 or 6 days. We have different machine that allows us to do a rush jobs. You need something rush, you need business card for tomorrow, you have an event or something that suddenly pop up in your calendars, or you signed up and you decided, you know what, I need to promote my company. Some of the stuff we can run them for you right away, the next day, next business day. You give us the file and we can have it ready for you for the event. Of course, it's dependent on what you need. We cannot do everything right away, but even if it's something that you really need and you had an idea in mind, we will help you maybe to find something similar temporary for this event. And then for the future or after the event with no rush, we can, give you something deeper or, with more type of finishing like gold or foil that we cannot do rush. So we're not just going to tell you, sorry, we cannot do it. We will try to help you because we know, how important is it to you for your company to present your company. So we will do whatever need. We'll talk to you and try to navigate you to the right place, to find what you need and not go to event empty-handed.
I'm so glad you touched on that because that was something I was intrigued by looking at your site. I understand that, a lot of places now when someone goes there for printing, it's entirely done by machines. There's no talking to a human. You upload it to the thing, you go and you buy it. Whereas what you're talking about is that like, hey, there are experts here at Printing Matters that can really kind of help you, the person, to find what's best for you. Is that right?
Correct. And I'm glad you said that because we have 2 graphic design and staff, which a lot of company, they have 1 or maybe, outside graphic designer that they send a file for them. And what you said, it's true because we do get it a lot from people that going to to Google or go to a different website that they see, on commercial or TV or
Mhm.
Facebook or what have you, to send the printing. And yeah, they may be cheaper, they may have promotion, but you know what? We do get a
Mm.
lot of customer that coming in after sending their files over there and bringing the box in and say, can you fix that? That's not what we wanted, or it doesn't look right.
Oh, geez.
And the difference between us and the big companies or the online companies, it's exactly what you said. You don't talk to a computer. You don't upload your file, check a box that says, basically, I agree to everything, and that's it, and wait for your file. When you give us the file, if it's via our website or dropping it here or email, we're going to check it, we're going to open it, we're going to look at it, and we're going to communicate with you, and we'll tell you, hey, listen, your file missing a bleed, or the color setting on your file is incorrect, your size is incorrect, and we're not going to even start a job. And then when you come pick up your job, we're going to tell you, sorry, that's what you sent us.
Mm.
We prevent that. We're going to tell you before we even starting the job, and we'll tell you the blue that might seem blue on your screen when we print it actually going to come purple. Which that's a very something that happened a lot.
I bet.
Using a different color settings, and then when we print, the color shift. The blue turns to be purple. The magenta turns to be more of a bluish. So there is a lot of problems between what you see on screen than what's going to the printing.
Mm.
Um, so we try to prevent that. We try to work with you before. We're not going to let you spend your money before we're telling you, hey, the file is perfect. Let's go to print. And that's the difference between us to all those web interface that you just
Mhm.
click a few buttons. There is hundreds of type of paper that you can see it on the website over there. And
Oh,
okay,
geez.
what 16 point mean? What 14 point mean? What 12 point means? What is uncoded, coded, dull finish? So all that we can tell you. You know what? If you're nearby, stop by. We'll show you. We'll show you
Mhm.
samples. We'll show you different type of finishing, different type of material. Maybe you had one thing in mind and you don't know what's the professional name for it.
Mm.
Thing that goes up or the text that bounce up. When you
Yeah.
look at the website, they may tell you, oh, it's 4x4. You're not sure what it means. So when we talk to a person, we can explain you and help you with everything.
Mm, okay, I'm so glad you said that, because I was thinking, I mean, one, how good that is to be able to educate your customers. I mean, with so much of it, when we hear about customer service, it always seems like it's something after the fact. Like
Right.
after you've purchased something, then there's customer service talk. Well, no, this is real customer service because it's someone helping the customer before they make that decision, before they end up getting something. I was so glad you touched on the different kinds of paper and the different options with that. I mean, again, going through your site, and I saw that there were so many different, I had no idea, so many different kinds of business cards, just in terms of type and in terms of, if you could talk a little bit about the differences of those and what someone might be interested in. Because I mean, a lot of people that listen to this podcast are digital marketers and they're small business owners, and just maybe a little bit of what you could tell them about, business cards and what those necessarily say in terms of texture and thickness and whatnot.
Right. And, that's something I always say when you meet a person. The business card, it's normally you have postcards, you have flyers, you have brochures, but normally the business card is the first thing you hand up to someone. And for me, the business card basically shows about your business.
Mm,
I'm looking at your card, I can understand what you are, what you're doing, your name is over there. And I always believe that a business card should be basically kind of a template to give me your most important information, and not try
mm,
to make it as a flyer as well and put everything you do in your company on your business card. And that's a common
mm,
mistake that a lot of people doing, try to fit as much as they can in a very small size of real estate. So we will try to tell you, hey, maybe do the business cards and then do a small flyer to end up with all the bullet points that you do. And then we have finishing, just like human being, we're all different.
Hmm.
We all like different colors, different type of clothing, different types of cars. Same thing with business cards. Our business cards, we have from a standard business card, which are the semi-gloss or the matte finish,
Mm.
and high gloss, which we call it the UV finish. And then we start to go with a little bit more interesting card with soft touch, that you touch it and it feels almost like fabric. We have the silk and
Oh,
we have the
wow.
velvet. And then we have different type of finishing like spot UV, foil. We have different colors of foils. We have not just the standard of the silver and gold. We can do red, blue, white, green, different colors of foils.
Okay.
Um, we have raised, which is the new technology that everyone loves it. So
Okay.
yeah, raised foil and raised spot UV that basically will raise everything you put underneath it and give it a nice texture and almost like 3D printed effect on your business card.
Oh,
We have 32 points business card, which are extremely heavy cards, almost like if you take 2 pieces of business card, 2 to 3 pieces of business card, glue them together. That's how thick it will be. We have round corners that we can do 2 corners or all 4 corners. So we can even customize the business card and not just make one thing fits all. It's your card, it's your business, it's your idea, and
mhm.
we're here to help you to, make it something different and not a template that you have online. And you know what? Maybe the next customer or the next business will have the same template as yours, just with a different name. So it's your business, it's your design.
I, I'm so glad you said that because I was sitting there thinking it's how much that must happen in other places where a business owner just Googles, okay, business card template, business card layout, takes that exact thing, uploads it, and then has a business card that at best looks like the other ones in their industry, and at worst just looks terrible. That's something about how like I said, I was struck by how you said you were here to help. It's not just about doing a job and printing the thing; it's about helping you to have the best thing. And on that same topic, I kind of wanted to circle back a bit because you get a chance to touch on it earlier. If you could talk a little bit about the rush jobs. I mean, as someone that certainly procrastinates both in my personal as well as in my professional life, I'm very struck by the idea of like, here's a rush job. If you could talk just a little bit about that and maybe, an example of how you were able to help someone out at some point, something to that effect.
Yeah, we actually get a few of them. We are here in
Mhm.
Burbank, and we are near the Burbank Airport, not far
Mm,
from us, and near the Burbank Hotel. That they have the Holiday Inn. They have a lot of conferences and different events over there. And we did get a few times that happened that people came from other states. They flew to Burbank and they were supposed to ship all the business card, the flyers, the posters, whatever they're going to do in the booth was supposed to be shipped. And especially lately, shipping is not the most reliable thing.
mhm.
And the event was supposed to start tomorrow, and there is no word about all their booth. It was a company that had a trade shows, and basically they were here with nothing.
Oh,
Everything they
jeez.
ordered just didn't arrive.
Oh, my word.
And yeah, they start calling and calling around. They call us and they said, "Listen, we have nothing. What can you help us? Just to have something." And
Hmm.
we ended up helping them almost on everything they needed, not just business card. We printed for them the business cards and the flyers and the brochures. We printed for them banners for the backdrop to put on the booth. We printed for them posters and with stands that they can put in the booth. So it was a booth that basically, in general, will be planned weeks in advance. We did it for
Hmm.
them for one day. In next
Wow.
day, they received everything, and they were in shock more than we were surprised that we could help them,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
and they turned to be one of our customers that basically every time they come in here for the events, they just, instead of bringing their stuff, they send us email from advance. We're going to be in Burbank, or this time we have it in Long Beach or in Los Angeles Conference Center. Can you print it for us? We'll send our drivers when we're ready to pick it up. Yeah, absolutely.
Wow. That is a great story. I mean, that just shows how much you can, not just, the expertise, but also in terms of helping someone to pick the design, but actually to just get it done. I mean, there's
Right.
nothing theoretical about what you do. You're providing a real, tangible, physical thing. On that same topic, I mean, again, you might have already touched on some of this, but just going through your services and some scrolling through the pages, I'm like, wow, I had no idea that these were, who exactly made these kinds of things, much less a printer company. I mean, a printing company. If you could talk a bit about, some of the things that you might offer, some services you might offer that maybe someone that hasn't had something printed in a while or may not be so familiar with the industry, what they may not know that you do offer.
Sure, yes. So, of course, we always tend to talk about business card and postcards, but beside
Mhm.
that, we do a lot of other stuff from, let's say, from business cards to brochures, trifold, fourfold flyers,
Mhm.
booklets from 8 pages to 40 pages booklets, calendars. We do posters and banners and retractable banners, wall banners, indoor and outdoor. We
Mhm.
can do printed fabric banners, fabric
Wow.
stands, which is a little bit more of the modern stuff.
Mhm.
We can do mailings if you do need to advertise your business with a mailing. So we can do two types of mailing. We can do the what's called EDDM, which is the every door direct mail, and we can do direct mailing, which you give us all your customers or the people that you want to mail it, and we will mail addressed, print addressed, and mail it for you.
Whoa.
Magnets, if it's refrigerator magnets, do you want to give your customer with your business card in or a calendar, as well as car magnets, if you don't want to spend thousands of dollars to wrap your car and be having this for the rest of the life of the car. We can print a magnet that when you're working, you snap the magnet, and when you finish working, you can just take it out. We do different yard signs like
Wow.
election signs, vote for me,
Okay.
vote for you,
Okay.
greeting cards, I door hangers. I'm trying to think what I didn't touch. Canvas, mounted canvas. You can print a picture for your living room,
Whoa.
or picture for the business as well with your logo, not just having it as a poster. And we do use a real artist canvas. We don't use the fake vinyl canvas. Folders, presentation folders. So basically, almost everything you can imagine the business have, we can help you. And if it's something we don't do, we'll just tell you right away, I'm sorry, I didn't
Mm.
do that. We're not going to play games, or,
Mhm.
yeah, give us the job, and then tell you, hey, listen, oh, we're going to tell you right away, you know what, I'm not the right guy for you.
Gotcha.
Why don't you try? And if we can, and if we know someone that can help you, we will even refer you to them. But we're not going to just say yes to everything. Well, when we
Gotcha.
do it, we want to do it the best we can. And if it's something that we're uncomfortable or we think we're not going to able to do it, we're just going to tell you right away, sorry, we cannot help you with that. We're not the right people for that. We're doing vinyl, window vinyl. That you can put in your business window, or in your kid's room to print something, balloons or stuff, and hang it on the wall. Uh, perforated cards if you have events and you need like tickets. So we do a lot, and I'm pretty sure there is even more stuff that I just can't even think of that we do.
Wow.
Uh, Sometimes you may call it something else, and we will call it something a little bit different, but
Mm.
we may be able to do it. Or you know what tells you, hey, it's not the right thing for what you're looking. Again, that's where we're coming into picture, that you're talking to a person will tell you, hey, what about that? Or that's not the right paper for this type. It's
Mhm.
for indoor and you're looking to do something outdoors. So you're going to spend your money, and then within a week or two, it's going to get, ruined.
Mm.
So we're going to tell you, hey, the material is not the right material. So we will help you and navigate you the best way we can,
Mhm.
because after all, the way we're looking at it
Mhm.
is every job we send out, it's our name.
Mm.
And when we give you a job that doesn't look good, we're not look good, because people will ask
Right.
you, hey, where you do it? Where did you do it? Why did you do it like that? And they will say, hey, printing matters.
Mhm.
So where the way I want it to be is every time someone mentioned the word printing, the name printing matters, it's associated with, wow, that's a great job, or that looks good, or only in the best way, and not like why.
That's very well said. I mean, I was just struck by, that's such a great policy you have that you'll say, hey, if we don't do this, we'll direct you to someone else. Yet when you went over that, it's just how many different things you offer. I mean, that is a very particular kind of task indeed that you cannot provide any kind of help for. That really is something, Lior. Well, that is the extent of the questions I have to ask you. Is there anything that you would like to say to small business owners or potential folks out there, or that you would like to be asked that I didn't cover?
No, you actually cover a lot.
Hmm.
For small business owner, I can say, we are a small business. We're local in
Mm.
our community for 12 years.
Hmm.
Our customers, they walk in, sometimes they walk here in the street with their grandson or something. They open the door just to say hi and talk to us without even ordering stuff.
Hmm.
We do believe in, when we opened Printing Matters, our goal was support local businesses, small businesses. That's something that it's very important to us. When we order material, we order it from the local stores over here. I can tell you that flat right away, that we don't order anything from overseas. We don't have product from overseas. Everything we order, we try to be a local. Burbank,
Hmm.
Los Angeles, California,
Hmm.
because we believe in that.
Hmm.
And just like I want you to trust me, I make everything that I can so I can, or the other way around, we trust
Mm.
each other. So as a small business, I understand exactly, what you need or what you're going through. It's not easy as a small business. If it's expenses, so we'll help you with different suggestions or different material, maybe what to do, how to save a little bit on the budget. And maybe, what, instead of doing this, why don't you do that? And then in 6 months or a year, when your business is growing up, then we can revisit it. So we're not here just to take your money or to take your job. And then that's happened a lot,
Mm.
a customer
Mm.
walk in the door and right away they're going to try to sell and sell and sell and sell.
Oh,
A lot
geez.
of time we tell people, no, yeah, it can cost you a few extra bucks, but I don't think you need it. We're going to even sometimes downgrade them instead of upgrade them,
Oh, wow.
because if they can save money, you
Hmm.
know what? I don't care right now about selling you stuff. I want you as a customer. I want you
Hmm.
as a successful business,
Hmm.
because if you open a business and in a year you closed, we both lose. But if I can help you and you're growing up in your business, you keep coming to me. So I'm going to try to help you as much as I can, not just by printing, even how where you can cut corners and, you know, print less on that and maybe a little bit more over there. So we're not just going to try to take your business away. We're going to really help you what to do with your business.
That's very well said. I mean, that's such a great idea that, you know, you really are looking for like long-term partners in terms of a company working with you for each of their printing over the course of many years versus, okay, we're just doing this thing today.
Right.
That's very helpful. I mean, I know I say this every time, but I genuinely learned something today. This was very informative and helpful. Thank you, Lior, for coming on here.
No, and thank you for inviting me. That was fun. Thank you.
Of course, of course. All right. Well, on behalf of Website Depot, my name's Greg Benevent. Take it easy. Have a good night.
Thank you so much. Have a great evening.